Mazel Moraj, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. You've heard of the Long Island Medium. We're here with the Long Island Large. It's Ben Sopper.
That's good. Do you believe in mediums? If you don't, you're nuts. Mediums know. Mediums know, man. They know. I know all about you. I know everything about you.
What do they know?
Long Island Large. No, mediums know nothing. They know nothing. The people that sell the fact that they're mediums, they know nothing. If you're a real medium, you don't monetize this. This is a power that you keep in your home.
Tell me everything. I want an update. You are 1 week into your Long Island sojourn, a small little town called the Hamptons.
Yes.
Tell me everything. What's going on there?
We're making a lot of food. Last night, Jackie taught me how to make sourdough. And for those that don't know, my sister-in-law, Jackie Oshray, has been on a sourdough journey. And sourdough has taken over the world. Marshall, have you heard of the sourdough kick?
The sourdough kick? No.
Yeah, like people are on a sourdough kick. Like,
I feel like the pandemic, the pandemic kind of jump-started that.
Yeah. Everybody's into sourdough. And sourdough is
You said, I love that. That's like when my mother goes, have you heard of chiropractors? Sorry. Yeah, Babs, we've all heard.
Have you heard of Taylor Swift?
Okay, I'm late, just like everything else, but I'm learning how to make sourdough because Jackie makes great bread and it's so involved. You're like feeding your starter, then you're putting it's just water, flour, salt. That's it. There's no yeast. There's none of this stuff. Flour, water, salt. Makes the most beautiful bread in a short 48 hours. But so I've been baking. I've been cooking. I've been working. I've been reeling. I don't know if you noticed, Josh, I'm on day 8 of making something new every single day and posting it on social. And I've never been like that. Like you've always been like a video king, a YouTube king. Like you made videos. Like I never did that. Like I just thought of something funny, like made a meme, posted it. Like now I'm making videos and I gotta say, it's freaking hard. So I'm working out here.
You are.
But I'm in a house with my nieces and nephews. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm in a house with Romeo. I'm staring at him, my 7-month-old King Charles Cavalier, as he eats a bone and falls asleep. Life is fantastic. It really is. That's my short update. I don't even have anything to complain about. There are no complaints. I'll find some, but
this is not good. This is not good.
I still have a what are you nuts moment. I still have one.
I don't support this level of tranquility and peace in you, and I find it a real turnoff. And I'm going to speak for the audience here. Cut it out.
I know. Somebody needs to a fire alarm needs to go off, or a part of the house needs to be set on fire. Or
it will.
It will, right? Something will happen.
You know, the great badass formerly $1 million listing New York real estate agent Ryan Serhant. He too has a house out in the Hamptons. Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen Ryan. I did see a Mr. Andrew Cuomo. I did.
No way. Andy Cuomo? Did you look for the pier snips?
I did. We were having lunch at the same restaurant. I was inside. He was not only outside, but I think he said to the maitre d', put me at a table where the most people will see me.
No.
Swear on my life. He was sitting on the curb eating, Josh. Basically with a sign, hi, I'm Andrew Cuomo. Come say hi to me and boost my confidence. It was insane. Completely insane. Yeah. So I saw Cuomo. Ooh, I went to do you like fudge?
Now for our 90 and above segment.
You don't like fudge?
I do like, sure.
Okay. Why'd you act like that was a crazy question? Do you like fudge?
No, it's a hilarious one, and it just shows how old at heart we are. I don't think Joe Rogan's ever said, you like fudge?
I love fudge. I love it. I went into a candy store, picked up a pound of fudge yesterday. So good.
A pound?
Marshmallow chocolate. Yeah. Marshmallow chocolate, a little bit of a peanut butter chocolate. I also got, that Australian licorice, all candy by the pound. I must have spent $150. It was the experience of a lifetime. And Ozempic's going great.
You do look great.
Thank you. Yes. I'm only eating fudge.
I'm headed to Canada this afternoon. Do you want me to pick up some Ozempic for you?
Yes, and maple syrup. Yes. Yes.
Well, then,
Bring that.
or I could pick up neither, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
They cancel each other out. You can't
What do you call that when you offer to do something for someone? I know what you call it. We can't use that term anymore, right? We'll bleep it out. You can't use that anymore.
No, we haven't updated it either.
So what's the new term for?
That's good. You know
Right?
what? You think the big questions, and for that, I'm grateful.
What are you doing in Canada?
I'm going to work on a TV show for a couple days. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but it's
You are. Come on.
film show. You can bleep this, but it's called. It's a very long name. And I didn't say anything, guys, but I did have everyone bleep what I just said. Yeah, so I'm going just from Monday to Friday, which is great. And I'm really excited and grateful to be working. But you have to deal with leaving your children and your wife, who, despite the fact that it is your main source of income, is not so happy that she is going to be alone with the kids for 4 days, which is no easy task. And so she reminds me.
That's hard. And this is the show that I already knew about, right?
No, new show. New show. Yeah, the one you already knew about was in May. I'm sorry, guys, that we're talking in such ambiguity here, but you know, this freaking business, you say one wrong thing, it's
Yeah, I don't even know what the show is, but I'm assuming it's big time. Is it big time?
It's big, yeah. It's maybe we'll see. I mean, I'm on it. Can't be that big.
No, it's big. It's big. Okay, all right, big. So Paige, buckle up. It's big time. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe why don't you take a kid and leave a kid with her? Why don't you take Max?
I know, but then you know I really could.
Max is old enough to like hang out on set, have a good time. You bring like maybe they have like a free nanny. You think they have a free nanny that comes and like watches kids on set, or that's not a thing?
The problem is when you are a guest star on a TV show, you are really guest stars need to know that you are under guest rules at a house that is very mannerly. And if you treat those rules and you take that in and you act accordingly, you will have no problems. You are going into someone else's house. It is the way that they work. And within your small little part, you can try to be like efficient if you have questions, whatever. But otherwise, because I've seen guest stars come on shows where I was a regular and they're there with like 5 lines and they're like, how we doing, everybody? They're good old Donnie's on set. Let's play some music. And you don't want to know the looks. You don't want to know the murmur, the chat that goes on about these people. Not good.
Like you can't just put a nanny on your rider. What's on Josh Peck's rider?
I have no rider. I mean, if anything, it's a couple Celsius. Maybe.
That's it.
Oh,
that's it.
What do you think? What am I, Led Zeppelin?
You can't get something. You can't get Claritin.
What am I, Paramore?
Like you can't get like, I don't know, Charmin toilet paper instead of the hard stuff.
What am I, Olivia Rodrigo?
Or like a box of Tums. Nothing.
They have a medic on set if I have some indigestion, if I have some
I'm sure they do have that generic. They have that generic bullshit in the white box.
They do.
You don't need those. You need brand name Tums. This is Josh Peck. You deserve real Tums.
No, they have a proper medic, and I always get in tight with the medic because before I got sober, I assumed they had narcotics. They don't, by the way. They don't. But I always, I kind of buddied up and I was like, feeling a little creaky. Maybe I need a couple, Xanax for my aches and pains, my childhood trauma.
Are there actors that are known to overuse the nurse? Like, I'm just thinking of like the kid at camp who would just need to go and get his wrist ace bandaged just so he could like show the rest of the kids in his bunk that he had a broken wrist. Yes, that was me. Yes, I would go for a splint. Even if I didn't need a splint. Yeah, I did that. I would definitely abuse the nurse. I loved going. You get like a nice box of juice. You come back with a splint. Everybody feels bad for you. They think you're cool. Like, are there actors that abuse the nurse's station?
Are there actors? there are actors that are messes. There are actors. The nurses' station is kind of, it's ineffective. It's ineffective. But you will see them use ailments as an opportunity to leave set. They have to go be seen by someone. They can't be there for 6 hours during the day. It's really used as a mechanism to get out of work. I remember when I went to sleepaway camp for 1 year and 1 year only, because when I returned for the second year, I didn't like my new counselor, cried for 2 nights and went home. Sorry, Mom, you're out 13 grand. But I remember I was 9 years old, Camp Sloan in Connecticut, shout out. And every night I had to go to the nurse's house and do a breathing treatment, an asthma breathing treatment. So I'd throw on the nebulizer, crack each side of the albuterol, put it in my thing. And, you know, it was like a nice little sewing circle. Me and these Yenta nurses, we'd throw on a movie and I'd be like, so did you gals try the meatloaf? And they'd be like, stop talking, Josh. You have to inhale the mist.
I don't think we've ever spoken about camp. I didn't know that you went to camp. I'm a big camp guy. I love camp. Love, 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 love. Did you enjoy your 1 year? This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Mint Mobile. With big wireless providers, what you see is never what you get. Somewhere between the store and your first month's bill, the price you thought you were paying magically skyrockets. With Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says $15 a month, when you purchase a 3-month plan, they absolutely mean it. And folks, I've had this issue. We've all had this issue. You thought you were signing up for something. You get your bill and you're like, what the hell? What are you, nuts? Where did that come from? Never with Mint Mobile. Never, ever. Mint Mobile, straight up, fantastic. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all of your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/goodguys. That's mintmobile.com/goodguys. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/goodguys. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Philadelphia Cream Cheese. Philadelphia is the undisputed leader in cream cheese. With over a dozen different flavors and 3 unique formats, it is extremely versatile and can be used to enhance any meal or snack. Philadelphia cream cheese makes everything, you heard that, folks, everything creamier. The secret to the best mac and cheese you'll ever have is a little Philadelphia cream cheese. You're wondering, how do I make this creamier? How do I do it? Cream cheese, folks. Cream cheese. You use cream cheese in baking. Have you ever had a cream cheese cheesecake? Have you ever? Absolutely delicious. So good. And of course, bagels. You know, I'm the king of bagels. Bagel, lox, cream cheese. Philadelphia. It is the undisputed leader in cream cheese. But not just bagels, macaroni and cheese, cheesecake, baking. There are so many different things you can do with Philadelphia cream cheese. And if you want to figure out more recipes, go to kraftheinz.com/Philadelphia/recipes, where you can get a ton of recipes, get inspiration. Where else you could use your Philadelphia cream cheese? There are viral recipes all over TikTok with Philadelphia cream cheese. Philadelphia can enhance the dish. I love it. You'll love it. It's the best. You've had it. Everybody's had Philadelphia cream cheese because they are the undisputed king of cream cheese. Philadelphia makes everything creamier. Visit creamcheese.com for recipe inspiration and to purchase Philadelphia cream cheese so you can start adding it to your recipes at home. Visit creamcheese.com. Creamcheese.com. What a domain.
I loved it. But I think secure kids with good upbringings love camp and everyone else does not.
Fair.
It's
Say
like
more, though.
healthy.
Say more.
I think it's incredibly healthy that your parents instilled you with a certain level of security that you know that you could leave them for a month to 2 months and that they weren't going to fall out of love with you or forget you and that you were going to be. It's a wonderful sense of being in the moment. And I remember the difference between my first and second year, other than my horrendous new counselor, you know who you were. He didn't wear pants in the bunk. It was weird. He just walked around in like boxer briefs that were like trunks. They were very short. Yeah. And I was
very heavyweights.
Yeah,
Lars.
It wasn't right. It wasn't right. And I missed we had a foreign exchange student the first year named Borja, and he was from Spain.
It's so classic.
And our counselor,
where did they find these kids?
He was from Spain. He was the shit. And then there was Namdi, who was our counselor. And Namdi was an absolute fucking legend. And I couldn't believe he didn't return the second year.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
What was camp like for you?
It was the best.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know. And I'm thinking like for this generation of kids, truly how important camp is if done right, just to separate yourself from the bullshit. Like for these kids not to have phones. I didn't have a phone for 2 months. And like I had a cell phone, like in my later years at camp, I would turn it in the beginning and I'd get it back at the end. And I would just be a kid, just like
That's
wake
awesome.
up, play sports, hang out with my friends, eat. I would lose a lot of weight though. I don't know about you. I lost a tremendous amount of weight in camp. Like you're just like very just like very active. I don't know. And it was, I loved it. I loved it.
Oh, it was so bad.
You have your first experiences with ladies in camp. That was a big thing.
Say more.
That's like what camp is. Like camp is about finding yourself, exploring, meeting a girl, having a nice smooch, pretending that you're in the Titanic that you haven't seen, making out in the rain at 14 or 15, and you feel like freaking Superman. And then you go back and you daven. I went to a Jewish camp, so there was a lot of
praying.
I'd wake up in the morning, I'd daven. I'd play sports. After that, I'd daven. After that, we'd have dinner. We'd make out with people. We'd daven. And then we'd go to bed. And davening, just for our non-Jewish people, is praying. Praying is davening.
I'm just imagining a bunch of kids with bow legs and bad eyes.
Especially me. Imagine me.
We do have a specific look.
Yes, and Claudia loves to make fun of me. Like, I always knew that I was lightly pigeon-toed. But, like, she's, like, taking it upon herself to really... She sent me, like, the meanest meme the other day. I have to find it. Of just, like, what I look like when I walk.
I have it, too, dude. There's a Jewish men look with, like, the bottom half, and the legs go like this. Clip this. It's a look. It's just kind of the knees... It's like that. These are our legs. It's very odd. I mean, why is my hand like this? That's weird. Marshall, no, that's... Look at these.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it anymore. And it's not bow-legged, it's penguin.
I said we're approaching a right angle here.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
I mean... I look like Nicole Kidman in that one shot where she didn't want to hit her rings, so she was applauding like this.
Uh-huh.
It's this. Apparently people call it duck feet.
Oh yeah, I got the duck.
But it's this. I walk like this, like feet out, like.
Right. Yeah, like you're auditioning for March of the Penguins 3.
Yeah, and I never realized how big of a problem it was until I tried to just walk straight. I can't. Like my legs don't go that way. But I'd much rather be this way than be bow-legged. Those bow-legged freaks.
That's true. How's the arch in your foot? Existent?
It's not great.
Right.
I'm pretty flat-footed. My second toe is longer than my big toe.
Mine too. You know, they attack us Jews for a lot, right? Running Hollywood, being clannish. And you know what? Attack us for things we can't defend. Flat feet and depression.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Right? What
Yeah.
are we going to say? No? Be like, you
No,
got
it's-
me.
We got it. You got me.
Yeah, you got me.
Asthma. You got me.
Asthma. Yes. Certain genetic disorders. So what? You know what? We've also got a lot of Nobel
IBS.
Prizes in the sciences.
IBS.
Sorry.
That's a big one. Stomach problems. Come after me for that. Shout out AG1. You've solved most of my stomach problems.
Wow.
I know. Well, Marshall and I just had a moment of trauma because we thought you were gonna talk for the 9th time about your your bowels.
Your
I didn't.
BMs.
I know, but you were ready.
I'll
You
leave
love
it as a mystery.
You like potty things.
I'm very mysterious.
This is what I realized.
You hate potty things. Like,
You know
sure,
what?
I like them, but you hate them.
Because it seems Jewish. Like, it just seems very like you're at a Shabbat dinner on a Friday night in 1999 and your aunt is spewing something about her movements and you're like, Aunt Doris, can you please keep it to yourself?
No, and I'm like, Aunt Doris, can you please show me?
That's nuts. Well, we've got a couple stories. Should we get into our stories?
Please. Anything good?
So, a couple things it's worth talking about, in my opinion. Did you know that Greece just became the first country in Europe to have a 6-day working week? They implemented a 6-day working week for some businesses, going against the trend of reducing the work week to just 4 days. This measure aims to boost productivity and address the nation's shrinking population and skilled worker shortages. Critics, including labor unions, argue that the law will exploit workers as labor inspections are currently inadequate in Greece. How do we feel about that?
And it's the same hours? Like it's still 9 to 5, just now 6 days a week?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
I do know what's the Greek dollar? What do they use?
The euro.
I all I know is Greece is not doing very well. Greece
Sure.
is no bueno. So maybe this is to artificially just like inflate their numbers, their productivity numbers, as you mentioned. Maybe I don't know what this is related to, but this seems nuts to me. Nuts. You
That's
want
right.
people to work harder? They actually need to work less. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by the McDonald's Quarter Pounder with Cheese. Holy smokes, we've made it, folks. Let's talk about something delicious, something hot and juicy, something cooked when you order, something fit for a good guy. It's the Quarter Pounder with Cheese. It's a burger so iconic that it's simply known as the QPC. Each QPC features a burger that's sizzled on a flat iron grill and then topped with slivered onions, crispy pickles, and 2 slices of melty cheese on a sesame seed bun. Ooh, baby, that sounds delicious. I'm salivating just talking about this. I am not doing well. Let's distract ourselves by talking about our ideal moment to savor and enjoy a QPC, which after recording this episode sounds so freaking good. I absolutely love a QPC. You know, maybe you're on a beautiful long drive, see that gorgeous rest stop in the distance, the Golden Arches, pop in, go up, order a QPC. It's an absolute dream. Or perhaps, you know, getting later in the day, it's a little too early for dinner, want a quick snack, QPC. Ooh, baby, that sounds delicious. Any way you slice it, the QPC is it. I absolutely love it. The QPC is a burger that napkins were made for. And as someone who enjoys sauces galore, I feel extremely seen. It's the burger worthy of a nickname. Order the QPC today. Wait before cooking 4 ounces. Fresh beef available at most restaurants in the contiguous U.S. Not available in Alaska, Hawaii, and U.S. territories. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Badlands Pets. Why are so many dogs suffering with health issues? Why are they? Actress Katherine Heigl, who's helped save over 16,000 dogs through her foundation, says she's seeing more issues with dogs' joints, odors, and health than ever before. And after doing a ton of research, she feels there's one place we can look to support any dog's health. Shocker, their food. So she decided to create something she could actually feel good about feeding her dog. It's called Superfood Complete. Superfood Complete is made with over 30 of the healthiest ingredients on the planet, including several superfoods vital to your dog's health. Badlands Ranch also supports the Jason DeBus Heigl Foundation, which has helped rescue thousands of dogs and place them in loving homes. You guys know we're dog people. Our new sweet baby boy, Romeo. We would do anything for our pets. Absolutely anything. Yet, so many people are still feeding their dogs these random kibble companies that they find in these random pet stores. And it's like, if you care so much about your food, we're all on this health kick, right? To care about what we're putting in our bodies. Why don't we care what we put in our dogs' bodies? We should. We have to. And that's where Badlands Pets comes in. So go to badlandsranch.com/goodguys and order right now to get up to 50% off your regular priced order with a 90-day money-back guarantee. If you want your dog to experience all of these incredible things, go to badlandsranch.com/goodguys today. BADLANDSRANCH.com/goodguys today. Folks, if you care about your pets, it's got to start with their food. If they went to a 6-day work week, but you were letting them sleep until 11 and they were working 12 to 5 every day, I see that as more productive than the 5 days. But 9 to 5, 6 days a week, slave drivers, no good.
That's a lot. It's a lot.
Too much.
I like my job, and so I always want to be doing something productive, but I can honor that for a lot of people, their job is just a source for them to be able to do the things they do like have a family and go on vacation or have a hobby or what have you, go to the movies. And if they're forced to do that a 6th day, I don't know. That's a lot of accounting.
It's also a lot of time to be doing the exact same thing. Like you, me, we're fortunate that while our job, like our jobs bring something new every day, right? Mm-hmm. Not everybody's jobs bring something new every day. I'd argue that most jobs bring nothing new every day. And it's the same and the same and the same and the same and the same. So more of the same, like it's no good. It's no good. You only have 1 day a week to truly enjoy life. No good. I don't like it.
Marshall,
I don't like it.
Could you work
but
on
I love feta. I love feta.
Marshall, could you work on the Good Guys 6 days a week?
Absolutely. No, I love my job too. But I agree. Like, I feel like part of the 4-day work week or work from home benefits, these are to incentivize people, and it's what's making the job market competitive, right? So it's like people are just going to leave their jobs with the companies going to 6 days a week if they have the ability to.
Yeah, but they'd have to leave the country, Marshall. This is a problem. If this is the whole country, where do they go?
Yeah. I don't mean to undermine our frontline hero workers. I actually mean to embolden them and say that I'm jealous. I've always thought like most nurses' schedule tends to be 3 days on, 2 or 4 days off, right? So they'll work a total of, is it 3 days? Maybe 4 days. Something like this, where a lot of times they'll work like 3 12-hour days and then they'll have the rest of the week off. Because it's such an intense work day, and working 12, it'll be literally like 8 to 8 will be your shift. Sometimes it's either 3 or 4 days. Similar thing with the fire department, mostly because you have to live at the station, which seems fucking lit. Speaking of camp, I mean, that's just instant, friends.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I love eating banquet style, but like, you know what I mean? I've always thought those jobs were like that. If I had to have more of a straight lace, like regular job, those seem incredible.
I would agree that sounds nice. What is your absolute, like, I would rather die than have this job? What's that job?
Oh, that's a good question. Anything yucky. Anything dealing with yucky stuff, like working with just like, I don't like
children.
Intense smells. And no, I love like working with weirdly, I could
just kidding.
I could work in healthcare, but like working in like you know what would be a really hard thing for me is a dishwasher.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Wow.
and I have ultra respect and it's noble, good, hard work. For me, seeing the masticated food remnants and Marshall is having a meltdown in the back. And like one thing that seems lit is that cool faucet. I want all of that. You know, you're having fun. You're spraying down some, like, you know, some rice and beans. You shoot your friend. Like, hey, you know, Jimbo. Shh. He tells you go fuck yourself. But that part. But just seeing that the food would be a lot. What about you, Ben?
I think I have a new one. I think dishwasher sounds horrible. Like just washing dishes for 8 straight hours. Your hands become so like pruny, like you've permanent
wear gloves.
prune, and you didn't even swim. Oh, I guess you're wearing gloves. But then they're still sticky. Hand in the gloves is still no good. I don't like that. My go-to is always a toll booth operator. I just like thought that was like so sad. You're just like alone in this cube. But like, I guess you could be on the phone. I guess you could listen to music. I think a garbage man is a good job. Like you drive around a cool truck. Sure, it's a little smelly sometimes. You get paid well. I think a dishwasher is bad.
You get to hang off the back. First of all, garbage men are like really professional mafiosos, and I'm here for it. Like they're getting greased. They're getting a city salary. You get to hold on to the back of that thing, feel the wind through your hair. Seems awesome.
And you don't have to take shit from nobody.
Listen. Somebody gives you lip and you leave their garbage for a week, they'll never talk to you that way again.
Nope.
This is a thing. And I won't allow it because I think it's wasteful, but don't underestimate the power of being rich enough where you can afford 2 garbage bins, like 2 pickups a week. Because any family will tell you that bin, when you have 2 kids, it fills up pretty quick over 7 days, like, which by the 7th day, like, it's getting hard to close the lid. You could get another garbage can and pay a little more each month for that to get picked up too. But I think that's too much garbage for one family to produce.
You pay to have them pick up your garbage?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So there's a fee. Like the garbage man comes once a week to get your garbage, but you pay him. What's the going rate?
It's there's only one. It's part of the city, so it's like the same as what you're paying for gas and water. It's just like it's a city contract. You can't get a private garbage.
Got
pickup.
it. So it's more like a tax.
Yeah.
Understood. And what's a job that's sort of shit on, but we think is underrated?
Yeah, I mean, I think most government jobs are kind of scoffed at, but would be awesome to have. Look, I think being a meter maid would be awful because you're literally dealing with people freaking out on you all day.
Yeah. That said, they are like literally snitches for a living. Fuck that.
But they're right.
Maid. No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Cut me some slack. I would love it. Not that I would love to be a truck driver, but I think a truck driver's highly underrated.
Yeah. Why? Because you're into prostitutes?
I just love. Oh, wow. Shots fired.
I'm just thinking of old school. You know, you pull into a truck stop, have 5 minutes with a nice person, a moment of connection, and you move on.
I think I just love driving. I don't know. Like driving's peaceful. Get in your car, drive cross country. Be proud that I brought it all, like a nice pallet of goods in great condition. Listen to music, listen to the good guys. By the way, if you're a truck driver and you're not listening to our podcast, what are you, nuts? You have so much time.
Yeah, man. And also you can take speed, which is cool. This is all things truckers used to do in the 70s and 80s. They'd pop a couple black beauties, have a nice moment with Rochelle at, in a Buc-ee's parking lot, and, commute, like you get to go to a gas station, shower, have a nice meal at Denny's. It's good living.
Gas station shower. I'm out.
No, dude. No, I'm on a certain side of TikTok you want no part of. But
I was thinking to myself, how do you know so much about 70s truck driving?
I know a lot about trucking. My my Bizarre World Ben, my friend Len, is badass. Runs a massive like trucking brokerage company. So he gives me all the ins and outs, all of it.
Ooh.
Such as if you are driving as a truck driver and you bank a little left, you take a hard turn, all the pallets that have been perfectly placed and weighted could shift. And when you show up at PepsiCo, at Home Depot, at some random warehouse to do your drop off, they might go, no, the pallet shifted. I'm rejecting these pallets. I don't know if the things inside said pallets are injured. Boom, you're on the hook. That's a loss. That's a loss.
It's called a BOL. That's that little receipt that they get that they have to sign off.
What is that?
It's called a BOL. I don't know what it stands for. Bill on lading, bill on landing, bill on landing.
Bill on landing. Love that.
That's when they check the pallets. The more you know. The more you know.
Marshall, what would be your worst job other than this?
Oh, worst job. No, worst job, probably like a ferry captain.
Okay.
Between like, I don't know, like Long Beach and Catalina, Cancun and Cozumel, because I just get
Staten Island.
Yeah,
not working in a slaughterhouse.
Oh, probably that. I do have my new dream job that I have thought of recently. Like, actually, I want to be the sole owner of a parking lot in a bustling metropolitan area. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out.
This is the dream.
No, it's the fucking dream. Hear me out. You have 50 cars that can park there a day. You're in like LA or something. If you can get them to charge them $20 for parking, you can make $1,000 a day. You have no one that needs to man it. You could make 30 grand a month doing absolutely nothing. The people that decided to buy parking lots like 50 years ago are just doing nothing. They're the landlords of parking.
Right.
I'm with you, Marshall.
It's such a dream.
Wow.
Okay. I don't know how to make it happen for you. I don't, but I want it for you because you could still work here and own a parking lot.
Yeah, totally.
Passive.
That's like owning, like, I kind of want to own laundromats. I'm on that side of TikTok too, baby. I almost went to a massive laundromat convention last month.
By the way, laundromats are good. I would like to own a car dealership. They're all very similar. This vibe is very similar. But Josh, it's interesting that you bring up laundromats. Should I say it? I think I should say it. I'm just saying, if we had a Good Guys laundromat brand, that's the only brand people would go to.
I just love that you just hesitated saying that on the pod as though someone...
I don't want somebody to steal it.
Was going to steal?
Josh, I sent you the article. Somebody launched a restaurant, a spritz bar in New York called Good Guys. What are they, nuts? They're infringing on my IP.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't see that.
I sent it to you. You don't check my DMs anymore.
I do. I always do.
You don't even read them. I sent you a story actually that I wanted to talk about. So I'm not gonna hijack your story, but I came across this Instagram account called Renewed Marriage.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that creeped me out big time. That creeped me out big.
She has 279 followers, follows 3 people. Canyon and Sierra. This is a public profile, and this is the bio.
Oh,
helping you fix the damage porn has caused within your Christian marriage.
I don't know if we should comment.
DM us. Renew for 5 ways to quit porn this week. And it's this woman filming her husband, making him feel like shit for watching porn and how he's been renewed. What are you, nuts? People are insane. Is it Christian, Josh? And if we have to cut all this out, we can. I don't think we should, but if we have to cut all this out, is it Christian to make fun of your husband on social media for having a porn addiction? This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by Caraway. Oh, we love Caraway. Whether you're trying to make a delicious omelet on that gorgeous nonstick pan, on that beautiful nonstick pan, or maybe I'm making my wife a little chili or some tacos or hard boiling some eggs in their larger pots. Caraway is it. Absolutely love all of their products. Love them. And the aesthetic, they're so beautiful. They're so great. Really, just pretty. We have this like beautiful seafoam green color. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic. And I see a huge difference between my old stuff and my new stuff. One, it cooks better. Two, it looks better. Looking good is important, folks. Looking good is feeling good. Looking good is feeling good is making good stuff. And folks, these are non-toxic. I didn't even know that others could be toxic until Caraway told me, but they can. Non-toxic, easy cooking, ceramic, folks. That's the key. And ceramic's naturally slick surface means minimal oil or butter for slide off the pan eggs and easy cleaning. And they mean it. They absolutely mean it, folks. And well loved. Over 65,000 people have rated 5 stars about their Caraway kitchen. Now it's time to try it for yourself. So we did the math, and the internet famous cookware set comes with the saute pan, fry pan, Dutch oven, and saucepan, plus lids and storage. It's the ultimate kitchen setup. Plus, we did the math, and the cookware will save you $150 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/guys10, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/guys10 and use code guys10 at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
Let's get to a speak pipe. If you want any advice, if you want to leave us a message or ask us a question, keep it brief, keep it quick, and go to speakpipe.com/goodguys, and maybe we'll read it on air. This is a little fun one from Jenna.
Hey, Josh and Ben, this is Jenna, big moron here, of course. So I need some advice. I just got engaged to my wonderful fiance, and we're in the middle of planning our wedding. It's going to be a bit untraditional, though, because he is from South Africa, and all his family lives in South Africa, and I and all my family are from the States, and we both currently live in the States. And I don't know if either of you have been to South Africa, but it's very expensive to get there or for them to get here. So it's a bit tricky. So we're deciding on doing 2 weddings, one here and one there. But we don't know exactly how to go about, like, do we do 2 ceremonies? Does the second ceremony feel really like put on because we're technically already married? Do we just do a ceremony at a party? I don't know. I feel like it's important to have both of our families see us vow to each other and, you know, make that commitment. But I'm not sure. I'd love your perspective and any advice you have. Thanks.
Jenna, here's the thing. No one, not once, has ever gone to a wedding and said, you know, the ceremony wasn't long enough. You are doing these people a favor, and whoever is lucky enough to either be in South Africa or in the States to be the one without the ceremony is winning.
Amen to that. Definitely
Right?
don't do 2 ceremonies. No, that's nuts. That's nuts. I do think that, and again, I don't know the financial implications of this. I don't know how much money you're committing to the wedding, whatever. What I would say is I would invite everyone to both. I would invite everyone to both, assuming that only half will come, but one is more of a ceremony and a small party, and then the other is just a party. That way, if you do end up coming to both, like maybe your grandparents would like to be at both, or a close, very close relative, whoever it is, they can do that, and it's not repetitive. But I definitely agree with Josh that doing 2 full weddings, the same for 2 groups of people, is insane, because the amount of money that you're going to spend on that, you could have just put all the money towards flying everybody from South Africa to the States. Like,
Right.
not to get into the money. I don't know how much this is costing you, but let's say it's costing you $100,000 per event. Maybe it's costing way less. I'm just saying $100,000 in plane tickets can get you pretty far. it can get you pretty far. It's an expensive trip, but that can pay for 30 to 40 people to fly round trip for you.
For sure.
So if you're, these are things I would consider. And if you are the one who's flying people to your wedding, they're going to talk about it forever. You're that badass. Like, I went to this wedding and they freaking flew me there. Badass.
Really? They flew you?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she does that, that's badass.
I will say I went to a spectacular wedding that one of my wife's best friends had, and her family is just the loveliest, and I will keep it short and I will keep it at that. But it was a destination wedding at one of the most stunning resorts you could ever imagine. And basically it was like, if you can get there, we'll take care of the rest. And they did, babe. And they rented out the whole resort, every piece of food, everything was taken care of, obviously your hotel and all that. And it was lovely. And we'll talk about it forever.
That's the way it's done. That's the way it's done. But when you invite somebody to go to South Africa and tell them how much the plane ticket is and tell them how much the hotel is, then you're like, why don't I just go on my own vacation and send you a small check? Like,
right.
Like it becomes nuts. We've spoken about destination weddings. I can't get into it, but they're insane. They're insane. Unless you do it the way that you just said it. Then they're awesome.
And by the way, if you have a party, you can still do whoever, let's say you have the ceremony in South Africa and you just have a party in the States. Whoever comes to the party in the States, have a couple speeches, maybe do a cake cutting. You can do a couple of like the little fun colloquialisms of a normal wedding, but you just don't have to do the whole rabbi or a priest standing in front of everyone, a big, cocktail hour, like all of that. Maybe you don't need, but have a couple speeches, do a dance, right? Ben doesn't agree.
No, the more I think about it, the more interesting it is. There's no, like, if it's just a party for the husband's family and just a party for the wife's family, like family and friends, like there's none of that, like meeting people for the first time. Like, these parties could be amazing. They're almost like big bachelor parties. Like, like it's just your homies. Like, that's fun. There's a way to make this fun.
Love that. Love it. Love
I can't believe I used the word homie. Kill me.
Well, this next one is from someone really fun, and her name is Chloe.
Hi, Josh and Ben. Huge moron here. I just wanted to share a what are you nuts moment that happened to me last night. My husband and I had a friend over, and we were all on the couch after dinner watching the baseball game. My dog came up to me and licked me on the face. Now, we don't encourage her to lick faces, but I think it's fine when she does it. He freaked out and almost got offended when she did it. He started telling me how dirty dogs' mouths are and how I shouldn't let her lick my face. I'm sorry, but what are you, nuts? Or just a serial killer? I don't make out with my dog, but kisses from my sweet baby angel, I would never deny. So yeah, that was my what are you nuts moment of the week. Absolutely love the pod.
Who said this to her?
Chloe. Her boyfriend.
Yeah, your boyfriend is a fucking nut job. Break up with him before he beats you to death.
All right, so the next speak pipe is from someone less angry and triggering, apparently.
No, I mean, it's just, that's crazy. Like,
Accept
that's nuts.
fucking love into your life.
Yes, Marshall. Yes.
Open up your heart. Stop being such a stone cold idiot. Ben and I are both triggered.
I just watched Marshall remember that he works in corporate because we get him real loose. And he's like, he's just a stone cold fucker idiot.
And I'm like, who's gonna listen to this one?
I love it.
Oh, no, but seriously, this is a huge red flag for me. Like, if he can't control you like that. Like, screw him. No good. No good.
Yeah. Kisses are the best from your dog.
The best.
From any animal.
Yeah.
I never had a giraffe lick me, but I imagine it's lit.
Yeah.
Can
Elephant.
you imagine those big giraffe tongues? That'd be fun. No, stretch. So on the nose. Should we get to our what are you nuts?
Yeah, I'm debating between two.
All right, well, I'll get to my What Are You Nuts moment. It's our final segment for the pod, and then Ben will go. Basically, our What Are You Nuts moment of the week is any gripes that you have with people, places, or things, whatever's sticking in your craw, big or small, currently in the moment right now. And mine is, it was recently the 4th of July, and Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. Dealerships, car dealerships will advertise big specials. You know, Sunday, get a BMW 528i for $599 a month, less fees. Like, come on in to Ben Soffer Ford.
Major World.
The problem is, these deals are bullshit. They don't actually exist. And if you ever try to go into these dealerships and get the deals, here's the response you're going to get. You know, we don't have that car anymore. That's what they always go. They go, yeah, that was for one car, one time, and you had to get here at 12:17 a.m. in the morning. We don't have that anymore. What we do have is a far shittier car for much more money. Deal? What are you, nuts? Don't advertise it if you don't have that deal. Don't, because they figure that you're there. You've now made the schlep to the dealership. They're like, what's he going to leave now? He's going to buy a car, and now we'll really juice him. We got him in with the advertisement. What are you, nuts? If you advertise a deal, that's the deal. Make that deal happen.
Josh, it seems like you are the victim of what we call false advertising. And I'm going to need the name and number of the dealership.
All of them. They're all guilty. Brooklyn Land Rover's guilty of it.
Take their name out of your mouth.
They gave Ben a rip-roaring deal on his Range Rover because he promised him some social posts. But if you're just Joe Schmo, you are going to get it up the keister.
Nope. Anybody that goes there mentions my name, ooh, you're in for a sweet deal. Sweet deal. God damn it. What are you, nuts?
You're gonna get
nuts.
You're going to get a free bottle of water.
Yeah. By the way, great. I don't see anybody else giving me a handout. That sounds good to me.
True that.
Okay. Picture this scenario, Josh. This is my What Are You Nuts? I'm calling you, okay? You don't pick up. I call you again immediately after. You don't pick up. I'm now calling you a third time immediately after. You pick up. Why'd you pick up? You were on the other line. Why did you pick up my call?
You called me 3 times in a row.
Correct.
I assume it's an emergency.
Correct. And if it's not an emergency, never, ever, ever, ever do that. Ever.
Right.
Otherwise, it is a complete What Are You Nuts?
That's right.
I have a few people in my life, one of them being my sweet father. 3 straight times I'll pick up, Dad, is everything okay? Of course, I just need you to order me new business cards. What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Send me a voice note, send me a text, or wait 15 minutes for me to call you back 3 times in a row. I thought you had a stroke. No good. Absolute nuts.
I think the bigger What Are You Nuts is that Bruce is still dealing in business cards.
The catering is very word of mouth business. You know, take a card, take a cookie. Take a cookie and a card.
Maybe an edible card.
Ooh, that's cool.
Is that our business?
Wow, Josh, I love it.
A business card that turns into gum? You just got to get the information quick.
I love it. And on that note, folks, that is our show. As always, rate us 5 stars. If not, What Are You Nuts? Listen to us on Apple, Spotify. Watch us on Josh's YouTube. Ooh, the YouTube views are popping off. You got to be there. You got to see us. Got to see us in action. Otherwise, you couldn't see what pigeon toad or penguin toad or whatever the hell we were doing before is. You got to see it to believe it. You got to see it. Mondays and Thursdays, new episodes, and we'll see you next time.
We love you. Rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps.